Hello everybody, welcome to a new video. Today I am going to be showing you how to make ELS in ERLC. It's one of the new features in the update. You do have to buy one of the server packs to be able to do it, and if you're not the owner of the server, you'll need to have co-owner in the server, and I can show you how to do that as well. There's actually quite a few ways to do that. So if you are ready and already have co-owner, or you are the owner, so this is what you're going to do. So after you purchase the pack, which you have to do from a public server, you're going to go to server info. I'm in West Coast Roleplay. I am a director. Owner is Logan. You should definitely join the server. It's really nice. So then you open server settings, and it's going to be all the way down at the bottom. So once you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see custom ELS, and if you have the pack, it'll look like this. If not, it'll say something like custom ELS pass only. So you're going to click edit, and I'm going to load here. As you can see, I've already made some patterns in here. I'll show you one of them. Let's see. This is the let's look at code 3 SWAT. So it's going to look intimidating once you get into it, but I promise you it's really not that hard. So this is one of the patterns that I made. You see, it's pretty cool. It wasn't too hard to make. This is a SWAT one, so it's actually meant to look like this with the visor lights. See, so it's not that bad. So this is what it's going to look like when you're going through everything, and you're like, yeah, you don't like that. Well, I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. So you're not going to have any patterns yet. So if you just want to make like a pattern in general, you can, or you can make one for the entire team, which will be on every single car. But right now I'm going to just show you how to make a livery in general. So you're going to click add new, and it's going to pop up this bar. So over here you can clear. So if I put, oh, I think something's stuck there. So let's say I click red, which is 1. Let's just put all these. Alright, so there I have that. It's just gonna do that pattern over and over again until I do something else. And then if you were like, nah, I don't like that, just click clear and it'll delete for you. Down here you have insert row, but I can't because it's max. You can delete rows to make the pattern shorter, and re-add them to make it longer. Toggle editor space is when you need to look at the car. Get showable code. So let's say you make this and you want to use it again, but just change it up a little bit. So let's say make like a cruise pattern or a park pattern. You'll use this code and you'll enter it above right here in load pattern. It'll automatically load the pattern in. Then change light bar, which I already showed you what it does. It changes whatever light bar you're testing it on. For example, I'm going to be using the default one today. Then down here, if you scroll, you have pattern names. You'll need to name all your patterns, and then flashes per minute. So what this is how fast your patterns goes through. So see, it's kind of like a tempo. So let's say I turned it up to 700. Now your pattern will operate that quickly. The default is 400, and that'll get you a lot of decent that'll give you decent patterns. And then reputations is how many times it repeats before it switches to the next pattern, but I'm only going to be making one pattern, so this feature is not going to matter in this tutorial. Alright, so what you want to start off with here is learning what each of them does. So I'm going to give them all blue because it's an all-around. So what you'll notice with this car is that, oh, maybe? Oh, I'm going to delete rows, hang on. Gotta like spam it. Alright, so this kind of give you like a cruise feature. So as you can see, the lights on the light bar are connected with the side runners. So you will have to notice that. So one light and 2 is 1 and 2, and light 5 and 6 is 5 and 6. But also that has 3 side runners. Oh, so there's that one. So now to get the last side runners activated, you'll have to activate 3. Oh no, I guess that doesn't. And 4. Oh, it still doesn't have it activated. Which one is it then? Oh, 6. Forgot about that one. And now you have all the side runners lit up. You can see we just got a little slow flash here. Alright, so now for the auxiliaries. So what the auxiliaries are is literally just all the other lights that aren't the main ones. So those are going to be your mirror lights, and your Alright, so I guess hang on, let me clarify something real quick. So with the auxiliaries, it says that there's 4, but really there's mainly 2 that you have to focus on, because 2 of the auxiliaries just are 2 little lights that stand alone. And see, it's just those. Those are the only auxiliaries that those control. These right here are your main ones that you're going to want to focus on. So I'll put them like that. I'll give you a nice... So yeah, so that's literally what those do. It controls everything. Unfortunately, you can't program them all separately, but that would make this situation really complicated. It does also control these back here. So pretty much whatever pattern they're doing up here, they're just going to mock that. So yeah. So auxiliary 1 and 4 controls the main, and auxiliary 2 and 3 just controls the tiny little things down there. Let's do a clear all. And now I'll try to explain the rear. The rear is a little bit more complicated than the front. I don't know, it's just, I guess there's, I don't know why, it just is. So light 1 actually starts from over here instead of over here, because it technically is reverse. So it's actually a backwards format. Light 2 here, and it pretty much goes all the way across, but until you get to about the center, and then it starts skipping some. So you see the whole light bar is full, but this down here is going to operate differently. So let's turn on 5 and 6. So all of the main lights are on, and this is what we have. See, we still have a couple lights that aren't on in there, and that's because those are the auxiliaries. Something I haven't figured out yet is like the 2 auxiliaries in the center. I haven't figured out exactly what those do or where they operate, but I have a feeling. Wait, I just thought of something. I may have just figured it out. Let me turn up to amber. Yeah, no, I didn't. I don't know what those do. I haven't figured it out. Maybe it's just for specific vehicles and stuff like this. I don't know. Anyway, so the auxiliaries 1 and 2 are really going to be the ones you want to focus on, and then those will light up the rest of your setup. So let's say you want to mix in a little bit of amber in your rear, so then you'd maybe put that in auxiliaries, and then it gives you just a little bit of amber mix. So as you can see, it does show the spoiler lights and the rear window lights. You will only get to use one of these, you will not get to use both. So now I'm just going to show you how to make a pretty average decent pattern. So let's add some rows back. Maybe start with about half. I always go down to like the blue. Alright, so I'm going to make a simple flash pattern in the front using blues. I like blue. Alright, so we're just going to go. If you're going for something kind of simple, your best bet maybe would go 1, 2, 3, and then go over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then once it goes over again, and that's what you get right there. See, of course it's short because I didn't fill out the whole thing, and it's simple, and you can speed it up and slow it down. Oh, let's add some red in there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And it's nice because you can just click one and then drag, so you don't have to individually click every single one. That would be really exhausting if you did. So see, this is a pretty nice setup. I literally just did a red, white, and blue mixture, and that is what it's going to give you. Now, of course, this is not a very good pattern because I just did that because. So I'm going to actually make a pattern with you, and I guess we're just going to see how we like it. You know what? I'm not going to make that because I clearly can't, and I'm very incompetent. Let's just make. I'm trying to find something simple here. Let's just say this is a PD car. Let's just give it some red and blue. So let's start blue on the left. I'm just gonna go like this, and we're gonna go down. Okay. And this might look very confusing, but it'll make sense at the end. So we're just gonna go down like that, and you can see it just goes across. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring red, and we're gonna bring red over to do the same thing, but just the opposite way. So it's an X of its colors, and it's gonna bring them together and then back out again. See, it's kind of cool, huh? But see, all I did was make an X. So now we're going to do it again, but we're going to make red go this way. Oh wait, no, we gotta erase that. So now red is going to come over this way. 5, 6. And then I'm just going to click 3 because that enables blue, and blue is going to come this way. So you can see this is a pretty cool look, and it looks very easy to make. I'm going to slow it down to 400. I just want to see how it looks. It's going to be much slower. Let's delete all those extra rows because I just want to see how that looks. You see, that's okay, but I think it should be faster. So let's go back up to 800. Or no, not quite 800. Let's go 750. And you see, that looks pretty good. So you know, it's kind of just red and blue, and you know, you always need a little bit of white. So let's bring a little white in here, and let's just go down the center. And this is going to be really bright and aggressive, so just to give a little bit more attention. As you can see, I'm already erasing some of the red and blues that were already there, which is okay because we don't need it. Alright, let's look at that. See, so it just adds a little bit of white in there, but I honestly think it looks kind of stupid, so we're gonna put that back the way it was. Let's grab blue, return all that, and then grab red, return the red that I erased too, which is only 1. And then we're going to grab the eraser, which does exactly what it sounds like it does. It erases. So that's a good idea for certain patterns, but for this one it just didn't look right. So I'm not sure what I suggest to do here. What do you guys think? I'm missing blue here and there. Maybe we just need some more detail. So we're going to insert some rows. How many rows do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Why'd it have to be 11? Of course it's uneven. Alright, so we're going to add 10 more instead of 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate the X pattern. Excuse me, I'm a little stuffed up today. So now that we have the little bit of X that goes across, and then back across again, we're going to grab the blue, and we're going to go like this, but we're going to put red in the center. Do blue like this, put red in the center, and put red like this, put blue in the center, and then do red like that again. You know, I did not test out these patterns before I showed them to you, so this video might just be me making really junky patterns, and I apologize for that if it does turn out like that. So hopefully this looks good, because I have no idea how this is going to turn out. Alright, so now we just add a little bit more detail. We don't need all those rows. I just want to see how this looks. Oh, this doesn't look bad. For some reason I didn't get the switch that I thought I was going to get at that. I still think it looks decent. You see, it just goes across. You know, just switch it up a little bit. And those side lights, as you can see, are coming on because those are a part of their rear, for some reason. Okay, so as you can see, that looks decent, but at the same time, it's pretty boring. So let's get some auxiliaries going here. So I always put white in the center here. So we're just gonna go down all the way. But obviously this is really fast, so this might actually be an unstable pattern. Oh no, we're good. So here we go, we got some auxiliaries going here. Let's get some blues here. So now we're going to be using auxiliary 1. And I'm actually going to go down like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go to red, 1, 2, 3, 4, then go back to blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, go back to red, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we don't have enough room to make another row, So we're gonna go, nope, I wanted that to be white. I'm gonna go like that, just add a little bit of white at the end of there. So that's what this can look like now. Yeah, that's okay. So you just wanted to slow back and forth little thing. We're gonna take the white out of the end there. I just want to see how that looks. I was just gonna shut off and cut it. Oh, okay, that doesn't look bad. So as you can see, now we just got a slow little pattern going on here. It's pretty stable. The light bar is going pretty fast, and those are pretty slow, so this is okay. Let's move on to the rear. I do want to get some of that in here. So right now, the rear is empty. You can still see that this is going. So you normally want something a little bit faster in the back because that's when people are coming up behind you. So like I said, remember it's reversed. So that means blue is going to come in from this side and red is going to come in from this side, not just like this. So I'm actually going to go red. I'm going to go 1, 2, oh wait. No, it starts on this side, but it just comes in from the opposite side. So you're actually going to want blue here, my bad. Okay, so let's just go with a back forth pattern. You know, actually, let's try the X pattern. I want to see how the X pattern looks in the rear. It's probably not going to look great, I'm just warning you, because the rear works a lot different than the front does. Alright, so remember it comes in from the opposite side, so we're not actually going to start it from over there, we're going to do it from over here. So I want it to come in from that side. Red. And then what did we do? Oh, we did it again. And then back to blue. So as you can see, you can do it with the drag, or you can just do it with the touch all the way down. And then we're not going to mock that yet because I want to see how the X pattern looks. So as I can see, it looks just a little bit different, but at the same time, it doesn't look that much different, and it actually looks pretty good. And you're going to want some amber in the back, so maybe instead of doing that whole red and blue thing, we'll put some amber in it. So let's grab some red. Let's start from, let's skip a row. I'm going to grab red and do it 1, 4, and then do blues in the front. And then we're going to do the yellows in the auxiliary. Nope, wrong one. Actually, no, let's put red inside. Put blue here. Grab the yellows, put that 3 and 4. Oops, I did not mean to do that as a whole row. Oopsie. That was supposed to go down. 2, 4. See, it's just a little reverse pattern there. And then instead of doing it again, we're going to move the yellow over. So now it's going to be red, yellow, nope, yellow, blue. That's going to be the same thing down here. Blue, yellow, red, oops, red. And then now we're going to switch it again, and it's going to be yellow, red, or no, I should do blue, and then red on the inside. And then again, red, blue, 4. So as you can notice that if you try to use white in the rear, you will not be able to use white. I'm not sure why that is. I just don't think it's a thing to put white lights in the back, unless it's in the reverse light. So you will not be able to do that. So this is how our pattern looks. And you see the yellow switches out through the pattern. And as you can see, we just have the little auxiliary thing right there. So we're going to switch that too. See, the auxiliary does actually play a big part in the relay, because as you can see, it doesn't light up everything because we don't have the auxiliary set up. So we're just going to go red, blue, blue, yellow, yellow. And then we're gonna go blue, blue, red, red, yellow, yellow. And obviously I have no idea what I'm doing with this pattern. I'm just showing you how to use the pattern dashboard to make patterns. And now we're going to mock what this shows, so it just adds to it. So it's going to be 1, 3, 4, and you can click the numbers on your keyboard to switch the colors. Oh, I forgot it works a little bit differently here, because I still don't know what those auxiliaries do. It makes me mad. So I actually don't know how to mock that. You know, let's just do our own thing here. I'm just going to go back to blue. Go down. And then we're going to go to red. Then we're going to go to amber. And there, our pattern is completed. Alright, so now let's see how this looks. So now, as you can see, that these are now on, and that one light that's in the center is now on. So you can see this pattern isn't great, but at the same time it's not bad. So maybe if we slowed it down, it may look a little better. Let's slow it down a few hundred notches. See? It's not bad. It's a little bit too slow. Let's go to 550. It has to be at a decent speed for it to meet its potential. Alright, so you see, I like it like this. I think 550 is good. Now you get a good flash here. I kind of want to fix this little blank at the bottom here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What could I do? Maybe just delete a row. I don't know. There we go. And see, as you can see, that part of the rear pattern does come into the side. So you're going to want to be careful. Like if you put like a completely random color that's not in the main, it is going to show up on the side there. So wherever I put that amber, which would be when I put it on the side, is when that comes into the pattern in here to the sides. But that's the only place that you'll see it. It doesn't come into the side runners or anything like that, just the rear. But if you do have like the visor lights in, let's change light bar, it will not show. But because the light bar goes all the way around, it will. So let's look at what it looks like with the different light bars. I've never actually used this light bar. I don't know why. There's nothing I have against it. I just don't use it. See, as you use this one, you can't really see it come through the side. You just get that little one on the edge there. So maybe just use a different light bar and it won't look too bad. Now with this one, see, you just got that one light that comes to the side. Yeah, the value light bar is probably going to be a lot different. Because it's got a lot more to... I don't really understand this light bar, but... So as you can see, that's what it looks like with all the different light bars. And then this is actually the light bar that I use the most. I don't know why, it has some kind of feel to it that I like. And then I think you got the dash light, the dash light. So that actually just goes with that because it can't do anything else. So let's go back to our main light bar. So yeah, that's how this is gonna look. If you want, since you are watching this video, you can use this pattern. So get shareable code. Oh, I must save it first. I'm gonna say YouTube. I don't even know how to spell tutorial. Tutorial. Alright, so go like this. Blah blah blah. Save it. Alright, so now where did that go? YouTube tutorial. Alright, so now I'm going to click on this. And if you would like to use this pattern in your server, you may, because you watched this video. So here's the code. I will copy and paste it and put it in the description of the video for you. And yeah, you can use this pattern. And so what you do to use this pattern is once you copy and paste it, we're going to click out of here. I don't need that anymore. So you're going to click add new, like we did in the beginning, and then you're going to just paste the pattern and click load pattern. That might freeze for a second, and then it's going to load the pattern to everything that we had it as before. And then you can save the pattern as your own. So the code is available for 30 days, but like once you save it, it's in there for good. It's just that once it's over 30 days, you cannot reuse the code. So you can make your own once you saved it, but you won't be able to reuse it. So we're going to go back because we don't need that. So that's pretty much all there is to creating it. So now I'm going to show you how to equip it. So let's go to team patterns, and so here, if you wanted to use the whole team for it, you would go here. So stage 1 would replace your crews, stage 2 would replace your rears, stage 3 would replace your full. And ELS park patterns, I really like this feature. It's when you put your car in park, like when you get out, or if you put on the parking brake, it'll do this specific pattern. So I do have that set for a couple different cars. So I'm not going to go through that right now. But someone is in the server and called mod, but they already left, so cool. Let's go to the sheriff team because I do have liveries there. Actually, let's go to the swap ones. I'll change my mind again. 1A000. So here on the sheriff team, I did make the highway patrol liveries, not the liveries, the ELS, and you can assign them to liveries specifically. So there's only one car that has this pattern because I just wanted to test it out. It's not like official yet. So we are going to use the main light bar. We are going to use the rear window lights, and like I said, you will only get to use one of these even if you make it with all. Since it's Christmas, Merry Christmas by the way, we will use that. So here we are, California Highway Patrol. Let's scroll down. Don't need any of that. I don't really need that either. We're going to use the full side runners since that's what we built this with. Let's exit the garage. And then if you do use small side runners, it's still going to do the pattern, but it's not going to look like how it would look with this. It's going to be a little bit different. Alright, so here we have the car spawned. So here, now you can see that it says STG, which stands for stage. So now we have stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 instead of cruise, rear, and full. So if I turn on my stage 1, this is the cruise that I made. So instead of it just being like the 2 on the sides, I made it a full vehicle cruise with a little bit of white in the front. Stage 2 is traffic control. So like not really necessarily a traffic stop, but if you're like on the highway and you're trying to block out the road and like not like a super big deal, this is what I designed for them. So it has mostly amber and white, but it does also have some blue. Because I couldn't make it full amber white because staff uses that, so I didn't want to make that an issue. So there we have it. So, and then stage 3 is code 3. That's like their traffic stop pattern and everything like that. So this is what they'll be responding to calls with, doing traffic stops with. And then if they're like blocking out the road for like a DOT construction, they would use this pattern. So what I want to show you with stage 3 is it looks like this right now, but if I get out, you can notice that that pattern's not the same now. It's a lot slower, it's a lot calmer. It still does a little white thing in the front, and it's got amber in the front now. And then if you go to the back, it does a different pattern as well. I did make these still because I meant them to like go with the tail lights, so that's what those do. And then it goes side to side and then does a little flash in the middle. So what I want to show you too is if you get in the car, see now the pattern goes back to normal. So if you do initiate your parking brake, so by pushing P, it will also trigger the park feature. So I'm going to show you how to upload this park feature into your server. So you're going to need to go back to server info settings, and then instead of going to custom ELS, you're going to go to your custom livery pack. So click into edit. I'm going to go to livery county this, and since I already made this, I'm going to go to Falcon Utility. So you're going to go to the livery that you want to put them in, and you're going to scroll down. Come on, maybe. and here you will find ELS settings. So stage 1, which is the cruise, I have cruise. And then you can go through and you can go through all your patterns. There is a little scroll bar here. It is very hard to see, but you can go through all your patterns and assign them. You can also put multiple patterns, and then once it does the pattern, it'll switch to the next, and then it'll keep doing that over and over again. So we're going to confirm. Stage 2 is my traffic control. So you see I named all of them so that I know exactly what they are. Stage 3 is code 3. And then the park pattern is the park pattern. So you just got to make sure that you name them to the way that you remember them. Because if you just put stage or pattern 1, you're going to be like, oh wait, which pattern was that? So make sure that you name them a way that you'll remember them. And that's exactly how you do it. You just go through here and you click edit. You find the pattern that you made for this specific section, and then you put it in there, click confirm, and then you hit this. And then the nice thing with ELS, that ELS do not have to be approved by PRC. They just automatically load in. And see, I did not make liveries for the sheriff. I really do like that sheriff livery. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. You cannot make ELS for the Department of Transportation or the fire department, but apparently you can make liveries now. Let's see. I don't think there's any more details to really making ELS. If you want a more detailed tutorial, make sure you comment and I'll try to make a more detailed tutorial. But that was the main facts about creating ELS. So if you did like this video, please like and subscribe and maybe consider sharing it. You can join our Discord community, which you can find linked in our channel description. I will link the code to the ELS that I just made if you would like to use it in a server of your own. And so, Merry Christmas, thank you, and peace out.